Introducing the star and host of the Kade Holder Show, Kade Holder.
Hello everyone, I'm Kade Holder, the host of the Kade Holder Show. As you saw in my intro, I discussed a topic about nerds versus popular people. Well, today I will introduce you to that show. In the show today, I will be discussing what actually makes a nerd and what makes a popular person, and, relatively, if there is any real difference. I'm going to start. The basic characterization of a nerd is someone who is super intelligent, wears glasses, isn't very stylish, and talks sort of geeky like this. The definition of a popular person is someone who is usually more wealthier, better dressed, maybe on a little bit lower rank of intelligence, but I'm not saying that as a stereotype, but also they, like I said, more fashionable, and they are usually hanging out with a better-looking group of people, not to insult anyone. But really, there is no difference between them. We are all human beings. In my opinion, it is a mental thing that decides whether someone is a nerd or a popular person. If people keep telling someone that they are a nerd and that they are dweebish and the other things that might insult them, might make them feel low, if they take those insults, they might actually think that they are what the people are calling them, making them a nerd or a dweeb or something else. If they are able to ignore those comments, they can think that they are the most popular person in the world. Same goes for people who are popular. People keep telling them that they look stylish, that they are popular, that they hang out with a certain group of people, that they make themselves popular. The mental factor plays a huge role in deciding what group of people we hang out with. Also, they might be categorized by dislikes and likes, such as favorite video games, favorite shows, favorite movies, and other things. Let's say someone likes a Call of Duty 4 game, I'll say. Most people think that they're super cool or super stylish or super mature or something like that just because of that one game. And let's say someone else likes, I'll say, Kingdom Hearts. They might think that that person, because of maybe the age factor or other things, or because of the Disney characters or other things, that that person might be dweebish or nerdy-like for liking that game. Same goes for other things. Let's say some person who people call on the popular standard likes playing poker. Now, some people might think that poker is cool and that's a man's game, and other people like to play Go Fish or some other childish card game like Yu-Gi-Oh. That person might be categorized as a nerd by their choice in card games. Overall, we are all equal people. Like I said, mental factors play a huge role. People who call each other nerds or are calling people nerds, and overall they should stop. Get to know that person. Maybe they're not as bad as you think. People say that if you're popular by having a lot of friends. I can disprove that with this example. Let's say that someone who's categorized in the nerd category hangs out with 50 people on the chess club, while someone who's in the popular category hangs out with the 15 members of the basketball team. Obviously, the popular person has less friends than the person who is categorized as a nerd. But the definition of being popular is having multiple friends. But because of the fact that many people may consider the chess club, how should I say, nerdy, that means that that person who's hanging out with the 50 people is less popular because of the people that they associate themselves with than with the person who's hanging out with the 15 members of the basketball team. Because people are on sports teams or athletic clubs or other cool things are usually considered popular by standards in school society. Clothes, people you hang out with, card games, and other things can play a huge factor in whether you are a nerd or a popular person. Like I said before, we are all equal people, and I believe that we should all just get along. Popular people should intertwine with different people. You might learn something. You might be informed on a different thing that a person who's considered a nerd might know about, such as the chess club, or how to play chess, or how to do something that the popular person didn't know before. And if someone who's in the nerd category hangs out with the people who are popular, they might learn how to play a certain sport or a nice place to shop for clothes, and they might even be accepted by that group. Overall, stereotypes are wrong, and they're egotistical. A person's ego can also determine whether they are a nerd or a popular person. Someone with a high ego of themselves might consider themselves, as I say, the king or queen of the world or the school or something else. Someone who has a low self-esteem, mainly people who are categorized in the nerd category, have that low self-esteem because they are made fun of by these people who think of themselves as superiors. And people with a low self-esteem begin to look at themselves in the mirror and say, I'm a nerd. I have nothing to go on for. I'm not as cool as those other people. They look up at the popular people and say, I wish I was as popular as they were. Well, that is wrong to think of yourself that way. You should always think of yourself as the most popular person in the world. Brush off what people say. Don't get involved in people that you don't want to associate yourself with. Be friends with whoever you please to be. Play whatever card games or video games you wish to. Those things should not determine whether you are, quote-unquote, a nerd or a popular person. We are all created equally in the eyes of God. And no factor as small as clothing, likes, dislikes, or the people you hang out with should determine otherwise. That's it for this episode of the Kade Holder Show. Hope you enjoyed the debut. Peace out.